What's up guys, Dickro back, and we're back on Classic, doing a Classic video. And there is a very specific point I'm doing this video. It's not to show off any PvPing skills or how many kills I can get. I've been away from Classic well, because I've played retail, I've spent some time with my daughter, and I just didn't feel up to doing the grind at one point. So I left, I got up to rank 8 or rank 9, I left, and I came back about a month ago. And when I started, there was a lot of warriors who sort of like, one guy gave me 1 gold, and another guy helped me to find a guild. Another guy was telling me that being a human warrior is so wrong, and we all became good friends. And I had about 10 or so of these guys on my friends list. And when I came back, a lot of these guys who had already acquired like best in socket gear, like they had the Thunder Fury, they had the Lionheart helm, they had best in socket gear, they went and they re-rolled to something else. And my conversation with one guy in particular went something like this, and I asked the guy, listen, you had a best in socket warrior, best in slot warrior, and you were doing good, why did you quit warrior? And his response was, dude, it's just not possible to outplay warrior, rogues, when you're defending a base. And I'm like, bro, that's not true. And he's like, yeah, it is. And we went into a battleground. It was a Rathi basin, with the purpose to prove to this guy that warriors are not inferior when it comes to guarding base, especially when it comes to rogues. You've got the toolkit, you just need to know how. The first thing I want to get to, alright, be a safe distance from the flag. The reason for this, so you can call for help. The moment you get sap, the rogue's trying to sapCap, he's sapping you, he's moving over there, you're just saying something like stables help. Help will come. But you've got the time to do that, because he has to get way over there. You see? Second thing, it's always be in Berserker Stance while guarding a base. And the reason you are in Berserker Stance is this: Berserker Rage instantly removes that sap. So you can go about your normal business, charging the guy, doing your normal damage. My personal play is, he's trying to sapCap me, I'll call for help, he's getting over there, and he starts capping. I've already called for help, he starts capping. I pop my Berserker Rage, I pop my Intercept Charge Macro, which I've got over here. I'm right on him. The moment I hit him, I've already built up enough rage. I'm either doing Intimidating Shout on him, or I'm back in Battle Stance, applying a bleed to him. Anything else he can do to you, you've got your trinket for. But for sap, you need this. I'm also going to show you guys 1 or 2 nifty macros that I sort of see as mandatory for warrior, especially in this stage of the game. So 2 basic things: you're far away and you're in Berserker Stance for the use of Berserker Rage when you do need it. Okay, now, quick fact, I have never ever lost a base due to sapCap. Never. It has never ever happened to me. I've died at bases, yes. I've lost bases, yes. But not because of sapCap. Because I was outplayed, I was undergeared. Many reasons. But never because of sapCap. Macros. Mandatory macro number 1. I call this my kick macro, because sometimes when I do press this macro, it's a 2-press macro. If you look at my weapon, 1. Now I've got my shield and my one-hander. 2, I'm back to main hand. Sometimes when I do press this macro, I will have the need to use something like shield bash. Generally, I just feel safer with a shield and a one-hander, even when I pummel. And pummel is something I do, like rule of thumb. The first thing when I get to a caster is I pummel him. Then, intimidating shout if I have the rage for it. In classic WoW, you always rage starved. I'm not a big fan of using consumables. I only use consumables when I go out farming, because it's just too expensive to rely on consumables. That's the first macro. I'm going to show you guys a nifty little trick while using your second macro. He died before I could sprint him again. With my second macro, this is the macro I use for when the guy tries to sapCap. I press my Berserker Rage right onto him with this. Not in battle stance charge, no. With this. It lasts 10 seconds. So it'll even break his blind on you. And you've still got your trinket sitting pretty. Trinket doesn't break sap. But when you've already broken the sap and you've popped this, his blind won't stick on you either. Of course, you've got 10 seconds. But another thing for me, and this is a 1-press macro, guys, by the way. You press it once and you go. Because I'm not geared to the teeth, I'm heavy reliant on using stuns. So even if I'm using my first stun, that's only a 1-second stun with a charge. But using the macro will enable your sprint and your Berserker Rage, your Blood Rage. And this is a 3-second stun. So it's going to give you time. It's giving you a 3-second window to think what needs to be done. It's a very important. These 2 macros are mandatory. There's one more macro I can show you guys that will make your life easier, and it's for when you on your mount and you need to get off your mount to charge. But okay, in this case now, we have people on defense, and now I want to show you guys the 2 consecutive sprints, but now I'm not getting an enemy to show you on. I'm sure we'll get one soon. Anyway, back to the point, guys. This sprint macro will allow you to get out of stuns. It will allow you to use a second sprint right after you've used your main charge. It'll also engage your Berserker Rage if you do end up in a position where you have to use an AoE and you pop this. Okay, I'm back in battle stance. Now I can use Whirlwind or pop Recklessness or whatever. But knowing these few things, there's no way a rogue will outplay you and sapCap you. Never. The rogue might kill you, but you will not lose the base because of sapCap. And if you're clever and you're far enough, you call for help, you won't lose the base. Third macro I want to show you guys, very basic macro, but a lot of people don't know this. I call this the Dismount Macro. So it's when I'm on my mount. Now I'm charging towards someone, I need to sprint. I need to use my charge. This macro will dismount me and I'll sprint. Not a mandatory macro, but it'll make your life easier. This mandatory macro number 1. Oh, dead so soon. Let's see. Now the druid's running away. There's my second sprint. I'm popping my whirlwind. Popping my fear on this guy. Applying hamstring. Mortal strike. I don't even know. I think that was a healer. I'm not even sure. He was a healer, by the way. He's now a dead healer. But I'm glad I actually got the chance to show you guys the 2 sprints. And that's all because of this macro. Like I say, mandatory macro number 1. Pause, copy, add your weapons that you've got in there. Just keep the equip. Add your weapons. And mandatory macro number 2. There you go. What's that? It's a warrior. Hello. I keep forgetting what I want to say because this is really a bad way to make a video. Because the horde's always interrupting my video. There you go, guys. Mandatory macro number 2. Optional macro if you like to charge from your mount. And that is all. You won't get outplayed by a rogue. See, with me it's already second nature. I'm already in Berserker Stance. Ready to defend. Look there, guys. 3 killing blows. Okay, I haven't got a lot of honorable kills. Okay, what's going on here? I haven't got a lot of killing blows, but I have not suffered 1 death yet. I'm still successfully defending my base. Because I've got the know-how. I'm far away, I call for help. In the case of sapCap, sometimes but it just charges you from the side like a warrior or something. There's no time, you have to defend for your life. But in case of sapCap, you're over here, you're calling for help. You're in Berserker Stance, no worries. Pop your Berserker Rage. Pop your Sprint Macro on the guy, you've got enough rage to kill him. And if you don't, help is on the way. You will die, but help will be there very shortly. That's the 2 things in the strategy that you need to know. Positioning. Okay. And awareness. Positioning and awareness of in which stance you are. Then you have to have the 2 mandatory macros that I've just showed you. This one. It's a 2 press macro. You'll have great fun equipping this shield bashing priest, mages, whatever. Mandatory macro number 2. Optional macro. And you won't ever have to quit your warrior because you are getting outplayed. Never ever will that happen to you. Anyway, guys, I hope if you are one of the warriors that are feeling in a position to quit because you're getting outplayed by rogues, I hope my video finds you in time. I hope somehow I can inspire you. I've played a bit of warrior, so I'm not completely a noob. I will be making a lot more warrior videos, even for retail. I haven't played a lot of retail PvP. When I do arenas, it's to get the seasonal mount. So I just take anybody, just arena, get the wins, get the mount, and then I'm done. But coming Shadowlands, I'll be doing serious PvP. I'll also stick with the classic stuff. Come classic Burning Crusade, there's some nifty tips I'm going to give you guys on armor penetration for warriors. Some more tips to come there. So please guys, when you do like my video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, bring your friends over to my channel. It's a new channel, it's struggling. It's not getting a lot of subscribers at the moment, but with your help it can change. And I hope next time when you're in this position that my video and the benefit of having watched my video is going to be the difference for you. And you're going to have other warriors looking at you and they're going to think, how long has this guy been playing warrior for? That's what I hope for you. That's what I hope you achieve. I hope you ruin the rogue that wants to sapCap you. That's all for my video, guys. I will see you all again soon. Take care. Bye bye.